Alright, what's up YouTube? Today we're going to be making roasted garlic Alfredo. You already know the plant-based way. This thing is going to be nice and creamy and taste super cheesy. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing you want to make sure that you do is soak your cashews. Right here I have some roasted garlic confit that I'm going to add to my Alfredo to help give it some flavor and a depth to it. First thing you want to do to make your Alfredo sauce, you want to rinse off those soaked cashews. Make sure that all the water that it was soaking in is rinsed off. If you do not do that, your cashew milk or your cashew base will taste sour. Once your cashews are already rinsed off, you want to add them to your blender and just blend them up with some water. You could add almond milk, more cashew milk if you like. I'm using water. And you want to blend that up till it's a smooth, creamy consistency. Season everything to your liking, and when you think you season it enough, just add a little bit more. It doesn't have to be the salt. It could be more onion powder, more garlic powder, more roasted garlic, whatever it is. But you really want to get that flavor in here. After adding all my ingredients in, I'm going to go ahead and blend it all up again and let it marinate together, all of those flavors. Give it a taste and see if I like it. And if it's right, then I don't have to adjust the seasoning. If it's wrong, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the seasoning. And you will have to play around with it. Continue to blend it until it is that creamy consistency that you need. Add water if it becomes too thick, or add some type of liquid if it's becoming too thick. You want to add it gradually so that you don't have too much liquid and it makes your sauce too loose. I got some sun-dried tomatoes. Sun-dried tomatoes are my favorite. It's going to add a little touch of sweetness and acidity to the dish. I'm soaking my sun-dried tomatoes in garlic oil. You can soak it in just plain oil or water and add some seasoning, whatever it is that you would like. I recommend the garlic oil and to add you some fresh herbs to it, some fresh Italian herbs like parsley, etc. I unfortunately don't have those things, but just a recommendation if you're trying to zhuzh up the dish a bit. I got here some chickpea pasta. I'm using rigatoni noodles because that's what they had in the market. I like this brand of pasta because not only is it delicious, it is highly nutritious. It's a lot better for you than the regular pasta, your typical pasta with whole wheat or whatever that you're used to getting from the supermarket. It contains protein and fiber. For anyone who is looking for a pasta alternative, I highly recommend chickpea pasta. It cooks easy and the texture is also very similar to the regular pasta. Oh, it is also gluten-free too. Alright, now I got my pasta off to the side cooking. I'm going to go ahead and cut up some of this broccoli and roast it off in the oven. I'm going to fold that into my Alfredo later. Smoked paprika is one of my favorite spices, to be honest. I could put that on anything. So I got a little smoked paprika going on my roasted broccoli, as well as red pepper chili flakes. Shout out to Sweet Green. They put me on to that flavor combination, and I love it. It's probably one of my favorite ways to eat broccoli. Alright, now my pasta's done. I'm going to just drain out that hot water. I recommend that you shock your noodles if you're not going to be cooking them or folding them right away into your Alfredo sauce, because your noodles will continue to cook, and by the time you go to use them, they will be overcooked. I wanted to add more greens to my pasta, so I decided to grab some kale and add that to it. I was going to add some spinach, but unfortunately I didn't have that. I had kale in the refrigerator, so I'm all about using what I have. I'm cutting my kale down real fine in the chiffonade so it will be easier and faster to cook. Now that my kale's cut up, I'm going to just go ahead and saute that down and add my sun-dried tomatoes to it. Everything in the bowl, the oil and all, to go ahead and marinate those flavors together. Now that I'm done, I'm gonna put this kale off to the side because unfortunately I don't really have big pans. But you don't need to clean the pan out that you were just using because you still have a lot of flavor left over from that kale, garlic oil, and the sun-dried tomatoes. So I'm adding my Alfredo base to that. And what I'm going to do is start heating that up. I'll also get some water to help loosen out the Alfredo sauce, as you can see right here. Alright, now as my sauce is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and add that nutritional yeast. The reason why I wanted to add the nutritional yeast towards the end is because I'll be able to really taste that cheesy flavor. Nutritional yeast is what's going to give it that cheesy flavor that you're looking for. Any type of dish that you want to make it cheese essence, add you some nutritional yeast. That's what it's good for. I added probably 4 to 5 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. That was to my liking. Again, you need to taste your own food to see what you like. Now, after I added the nutritional yeast, I grabbed my chickpea pasta that's already cooked and cooled off to the side, and I'm just going to go ahead and stir that into my Alfredo base. Once my chickpea pasta is fully coated and creamy the way that I like it, I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my ingredients, the kale and sun-dried tomatoes. I'm going to fold that inside and add more Alfredo base because I know that it will soak up some more of the ingredients. Alright, as I'm folding and mixing all of these ingredients together, I'm going to readjust my seasonings by adding more nutritional yeast and some extra garlic confit. I just love the flavor of that, so I'm going to add me a little bit more to it. Oh, pro tip, if you want to use pepper, use white pepper, because if you use black pepper, it will turn your white Alfredo into a black speckled Alfredo sauce, and it does not look pretty. Alright, here go that finished product. You see that plant-based vegan Alfredo using cashews and rigatoni chickpea pasta. This is very delicious. This is a pretty quick meal to make as long as you pre-soak your cashews and have your garlic already roasted off before time. This dish should only probably take you 25 minutes to a half hour to make. Packing my lunch up for work, you know I gotta add some of that Parmesan on there. I told y'all before, this thing is fire. This also is made from cashews and nutritional yeast as well. This is giving it more cheesy aspects right on the top of it. Alright, YouTube, you already know this is the end of the video. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. And if you like this video, share it with somebody that you love. I'll holla at you on the next one.